Hello and welcome to Dragonfly Soul Tarot. I am Dot and I'm back, and thank you for being here. If you have been checking up on me and seeing how I've been doing, I will be putting up a video at some point about that, but I have been dealing with some negative energy out there, and well, I think we all have had our share of trials and struggles with this situation currently going on in the world. But I am back and I will be doing your October reading, actually October, November, December. So that would encompass the autumn months. And I'm going to be doing my pyramid reading. So this will encompass the next 3 months. Of course, it can go a little bit into the past or a little bit beyond that. So hopefully you will find this interesting. Let's begin. So today we are going to begin with Libra. So we start off with the first 2 cards. I have shuffled and now I will cut the deck with my left hand. It doesn't have to be done this way. It's however you like to do it. Okay, so the first card represents you, and the first card is the Hangman, and what crosses you is Temperance. I've put these little guides here to kind of indicate my field of work. And we have the past, we have the present, and we have the future. We have how you view yourself, how others view you, your greatest fear. Oh, actually, we'll put this here. Your greatest hopes, and the outcome card. Goodness, Libra, it looks like this is going to be a terrific month for you, despite all the struggles that you have been experiencing. Let's just get these more in the field of view here. So in the position of yourself, we have the Hanged Man. You're just basically you're coasting. Actually, something good has happened to you recently. Perhaps you have been called back into work, or you have found a new job, or you have found a new way to cope with this situation. What crosses you is Temperance. Temperance is the balance between 2 points. So you're currently balancing something. So perhaps you've gone back to work, but it's not the job that you had hoped for, or you have found a new job, but it's something that is allowing you to pay the bills. But at the same time, it's not your dream job. So there's a little bit of not being 100% content with the outcome of what the situation is, and you've just put it on the back burner, okay? You've just put it on the back burner and said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to think about it right now. I'm just going to make the best of the situation because things are pretty good considering. I mean, things are, in comparison to other signs, your reading is very lovely at this time, and you have some good feelings. If you're in a stuck place, you can anticipate this positive energy coming in, an upturn of recent events, and it is going to put you in a place of comfort, a place where you are not too worried about what is going to happen next, because things are taken care of, and you want to enjoy this feeling for a little while because it may have been rough for a long time. So this is you as the Hangman, just going with the flow, enjoying this this relative ease in this time, and enjoying this relative ease at this time, and just enjoying the peace of mind that you have. See, in the past you had come to a point where you had a big struggle, and you were just, like the wounded Nine of Wands is there to heal and trying to recuperate, a point of recuperation from what has been going down this last little while. So yeah, Libra, let's talk about your situation. You've got some good things coming up. So the past, as I mentioned before, you had gone through some rough times and you came to a point where you maybe felt defeated, but you pushed through it and you got to a point where things are better again, or something came through. You were hoping for something and it came through, and right now you are just enjoying this peace, this stability at this point in time, and things are going to get to a point where you need to make a decision. This is the Temperance card here. Temperance can put things on hold for a little while. The Hangman keeps it on hold indefinitely, but Temperance puts it in your mind that it's time to make a decision on something and figure out where you're going. And here you have you procrastinating making that decision in the future, but there is a decision that is going to need to be made. Now, if this is in the romantic realm, you could have met someone new. You could have gone through a rough situation in your relationship. And that is also a possibility where you are, where you kind of fix things between you, and now you're ongoing, and now you're having doubts again. Whether or not this was the right thing to do. Someone went away in the past or deceived you, or you went your separate ways, but then you came back together, and for a while there it was, happiness and this is great, but now it's like, gee, was that the best decision? Maybe it was time to move on. But according to what I see on the final line here, we are looking at the way you see yourself is okay, so we have the Eight of Swords here, which indicates to me that you feel kind of confined in some way, confined in your particular situation. Although you're not verbalizing it, although it's not in your forefront of your view at this time, there is this feeling of something's not quite right, and something is not being brought to light. Either you are internalizing this situation where it feels like you should be happy, but you're not as happy as you feel. Like there's something nagging you at the back of your mind. But you are keeping it to yourself at this time because things seem very pleasing, happy, outwardly, and making you vacillate back and forth between what you feel you should be doing as opposed to what is going on around you. Like everything looks really great around you, and you are not 100% convinced that this is the direction you should be taking. Now, others see you as the Queen of Wands. The Queen is not quite the king, but someone coming from a more passive. Now, the king and the queen, the King of Wands is more of the assertive. The King of every suit, I believe, is the more assertive, so the one who is doing. And the Queen of Wands is the one who is being pursued, in my point of view. So this is other people making you happy. This is people at your job making you happy, trying to keep you happy. This is people in your relationship and in your inner circle, friendships, making you happy because they see you as this wonderful outgoing person that they don't want out of their lives at this time. So right now, everything is, this is what your biggest fears are. And the biggest fear being the Queen of Cups is, your biggest fear is that you're going to find something better and you're settling for something that is not 100% what your heart is into. So keep that in mind, that is this just a fear, or is this, is this fear of missing out, or is this a valid fear? Do you have valid fears that this is not right for you, whatever is going on in your life that is making that you feel very fortunate to have achieved at this time? Because you have doubts. You have doubts, Libra, and you're afraid of missing out on something. Your greatest hopes is, ultimate happiness, a great social circle, a loving family, good times with friends. At this time, we know that it is very difficult to actually indulge in too much of this because of the current world situation. But this is what you want. You need people around you. You love having people around you, and you don't want to be isolated any longer. You don't want to be on your own, and you don't want to be in a relationship where you can't give 100% of yourself because you have doubts regarding this particular relationship. But the outcome card is the wish card. So you are going to get what you wish for. So make sure that you are clear about what you want, and that is what you will get. Perhaps this reading is being brought to you to examine what it is that you really want, because you may not be exactly clear on that right now. You may actually have suppressed it from your consciousness so much that you are accepting a situation just because it feels good on the surface and not because it is actually what you want. Okay, so what you want is what you want, and you have the ability to attain it, but you have to know what you want first. So that is the message of the reading for this autumn period. Know what you want and really ask yourself if what you have now actually meets all the criteria of what you dream about. Does it? If it does, this fear of missing out may be irrelevant, may be irrational. So are you afraid of missing out, or are you really in a situation where you know you can do better, but now's not the time? So yeah, this is definitely something to think about, Libra. Okay, but you can get what you want as long as you know what it is. All right, so that's your reading for this autumn, Libra. I hope you enjoyed that. It is your task to tell 2 friends about this reading so that they can hear the messages, because maybe they are the ones that this message was meant for and they can learn something for it. So please subscribe, like my video. We will see you next time again on Dragonfly Soul Tarot.